Hi everyone. This is Gay Wing Lover 678 here. Recently one of my videos got super popular and people started arguing in the comments about whether or not Dovewing is dead. Today I'll be posting the part from my book that I have with the scene of Dovewing dying in it. It is in The Last Hope, and maybe you can find it in yours too. Maybe it was a weird misprint from the errands. But multiple people I know have this misprint too. There might be some mistakes in the grammar because I copied it manually from the book. Okay, here we go.
Dovewing swung a paw, blood flying onto the dark ground. The dark forest spirit reeled back, their lips curled with hatred. She prepared herself for another blow when an ear-splitting screech made her stop. Alarm jolted through her as Dovewing spun around, searching for the source of the sound. Across the clearing, Ivorpool was battling against Snowtuft and Hawkfrost, and they were slowly driving her sister closer and closer to the edge of camp. "Get away from my sister!" Dovewing yelled, charging across the clearing. She took a flying leap onto Snowtuft's back, digging her claws deep into his fur. Hawkfrost turned to look at her, and Ivorpool sprang at the tabby Tom, knocking him to the ground. Dovewing poured all her anger out, slicing at her enemy. Tufts of white fur flew onto the ground. Snowtuft hissed in pain and threw her off, quickly raking her muzzle before turning back to help Hawkfrost. Dovewing landed on the ground, winded. Her senses swirled as she struggled to regain her breath. Taking in as much air as she could, she scrambled back to her paws, spotting Ivorpool once more being overtaken by the two evil Toms. With a growl, Dovewing dashed forward again, sinking her teeth into Hawkfrost's tail. Ivorpool jumped towards her and whirled to attack Snowtuft, her sharp blue eyes narrowed with concentration and determination. "Thanks, Dovewing," she hissed between gritted teeth. Dovewing responded with a small nod, focusing on attacking Hawkfrost. In a flash, Hawkfrost lashed out with strong paws and forced her to stumble back. Right after, he turned back to Ivorpool. Snowtuft knocked her onto the ground, and Hawkfrost raised his paw as he prepared to give the killing blow. "No!" Dovewing's fur bristled as she ran to Ivorpool's defense. Time seemed to slow as she leapt in front of Ivorpool, the cold wind rippling through her fur. All her senses focused on this moment. Pain blossomed through her neck as Hawkfrost's deadly claws ripped through her flesh. Stars danced at the edge of her vision as Dovewing fell to the ground, her blood pooling out to spill around her. She was faintly aware of Ivorpool scrambling towards her, and Hawkfrost and Snowtuft running away. Ivorpool's panicked gaze searched Dovewing's face. "No. No. You can't die, not now." Her voice began to rise into a wail as she pressed her paws against her wound in an attempt to staunch the bleeding. Dovewing weakly smiled, gazing up at her beloved sister. "Ivorpool." She paused, coughing, "It's all right. This is not the end." As she spoke, she felt a numb feeling of calmness spread over her, dulling back the pain of her wounds and exhaustion. She felt Ivorpool press her muzzle against her fur, and heard her muffled sob. "I don't want to lose you, Dovewing. You. I won't be able to handle it." Dovewing let out a sigh, too tired to look at Ivorpool. "You will be fine, all right? You're strong." Ivorpool raised her head to look into Dovewing's eyes, her face brimming with emotion. Tears rolled down her face, dropping onto Dovewing's fur. "Remember that I love you, Ivorpool. And thank you," Dovewing whispered. She heard Ivorpool's distant reply, but couldn't make out the words. Dovewing watched, silent, as her sister became more and more fuzzy as she faded into the warm, comforting darkness. Her last sense was feeling a sense of contentment and peace, and then she knew nothing. So that's it. If you don't have this scene in your book you probably won't believe me, but some people have it too. Bye.